Hello, welcome. This is Pete or Kenshin1913 along with
That.
And this is another Cooking with Kenshin1913. Sorry it took so long. I had to get a new tripod, and it's going to be so much better. So today, I know I normally ask you, but today we're making a recipe of my own making called pizza pasta.
Okay, the ingredients is going to be tomato puree, olive oil, spice, some can of peas, chicken, and a stuffed pasta. We're using rigatonis, but you could use anything, raviolis or any kind of stuffed pasta.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get started.
Okay.
The first thing we need to do is how many pounds of chicken is this? It doesn't really matter. Just know that you need chicken breast, and what we're going to do is pretty much just cube it so that we can make our chicken. Pretty much this is a recipe of my own making, and honestly it's a variation of vodka sauce, but it's a little different. You'll see when we get going. So what we're going to do, just pretty much my dad will show you the first chicken, and then we'll just cut up in the cubes, and we'll be right back. So yeah, you just kind of make it like in the tenders and all that. This is like the second time that I've the second time I've given my recipe to someone else to make it, and let's see if Pop can make it. So yeah, just gotta trim off all the fat, and then cut up the chicken. Pretty much into like little strips, and then from there you want to cut them up quartered. Anyways, yeah, sorry we haven't made a video in a while. Hopefully we'll get back on track. I had to get a new tripod. I'm also ordering some other equipment for our little setup here, so that it might make it a little easier that I can do some episodes by myself in case I can't get a family member to help out. But yeah, we're gonna get back on it. We have a lot of ideas, and we're gonna get on it soon. So yeah, all you gotta do is pretty much just chop it up like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. They're probably about like 1-inch pieces, and they're gonna shrink as you cook them. So,
Not this chicken.
well, whatever. We'll be back when everything's all done and cooked. All right, so we cut up the chicken, as you can see. Now
We
we're
started. By the way, we forgot to mention one ingredient of half and a half.
Yeah, you'll need some half and half. So let's get the pan on, and you'll need a decent amount of oil, enough to coat the bottom. And pretty much what we're gonna do is fry up this chicken. We gotta let it get nice and warm. So yeah, this is a recipe that I made a long time ago, where I came up with the idea where it's pretty much a variation on vodka sauce, and we use chicken and some other stuff. You know, peas. I added peas. Now you can use canned peas, but if you want, you can totally use fresh peas as well.
Yeah, but it takes longer. The only thing that it takes longer because the fresh peas or frozen peas, right, they gotta cook.
I would suggest cooking them beforehand. So yeah, and also we have our pot of water boiling as well, because the thing about this is the longest thing to cook is the chicken, and then once you get the sauce going, it's fairly fast. Alright, now we're going to throw in the chicken, just let it go, and then we're going to season it as it fries up. But yeah, this chicken will definitely shrink a little bit. Maybe not this chicken, because it's a different type, but usually, and if you want, also you can use if you want to use thigh meat, whatever, you can do that too. This is just a base recipe. We're browning our chicken, and let's season it before you start turning.
Yeah, I want to move it before they stick on the bottom. That's it.
Alright, now you're going to season this chicken with a little salt. I'll leave the amounts in there. pepper.
Oh, the amount that as you like it.
Right. Black pepper. Onion powder. Here, that's what I got this one. Now you can put in actual onions or, well, yeah, I guess you could if you dice it up. So you got some onion powder, garlic powder. So yeah. Yeah, I think I was making this recipe, and then finally paprika. I was making this recipe when I was pretty much out of work, and I was cooking for the house, as my dad and my mom were at work, and Vic was going to school. I was making all different types of recipes and stuff, and watching the Food Network, and this was one of them recipes where, or one of them things where I was like, I wonder if I can make something on a variation of something and then make it tasty. So yeah, what you want to do is just pretty much get that chicken browning and cook it through pretty good. But yeah, it was a good time when I was, even though I didn't have a job, it was fun because I was able to make, you know, certain recipes and all that good stuff. Alright, so you can see our chicken is nice and brown. But one thing I want to show you, see right here, this stuff right here, the fond, you want to keep that because we're gonna mix it. So now my dad's gonna throw in the puree, tomato puree. And what you're gonna want to do now is lower the heat a little. So it was on a high heat, now we're going to put medium low. And what you want to do is pretty much just mix the sauce at this point and try to get some of that fawn off, the drippings on the edges. Now one thing, if you want, I'm not going to, you can put some extra salt. But what I'm going to do is add some pepper. See? Enough pepper. And another thing I'm going to add is, oh, this lifts. So yeah, my dad's just gonna get the good stuff because that's all good flavor. Why is this not lifting? There we go. Basil. We're gonna throw in some basil. If you have fresh basil, I'd highly suggest use that, but we don't have any. So what you're gonna do is let this cook a little bit, and at this point you can actually throw in your pasta if you got it ready. Like I said, we are using stuffed rigatoni. My mom found these a long time ago. They weren't by Durante's here. Durante's is actually a pasta maker in our area, and she found these stuffed rigatoni, and I wanted to try something with them, and that's one of the things that I tried, and I found that this recipe is actually very good. We're gonna be using 4, but those are raviolis. We're gonna be using 4 of these. They're 13 ounces each. If you're not cooking for, let's say, a family of 6 or something, you probably can get away with 2. I like to have some left over. So, at this point, you're just going to kind of mix it together, and once it gets bubbling, that's when we're going to add our peas. Like I said before, you can use fresh or frozen. Just make sure you pre-cook them a little bit beforehand, because this is kind of like, you're just going to throw them in and get them all mixed up. So yeah, the pasta water is boiling, so we're going to add our pasta. And at this point, the sauce actually shouldn't take too much longer to do. Alright, so as you can see, my dad, he's putting in the pasta. He's doing a little bit at a time. Since we're cooking 2 different types of pasta, carefully, you gotta slowly put them in. Don't burn yourself. So just be careful. And so we're making 2 different types of pasta since we only have 2 bags of these. So what we're going to do is cook them, let them boil, and then strain it, and then put them in there. But as you can see here, this bad boy is bubbling. So now we're going to take our can of peas and put them in here. Like that. Make sure to get all of it out. And then we're just going to mix this in. Let this cook for like a minute or two. And then we're going to throw in the half and half to make this an orange cream type sauce. So we have our half and half. As you can see, it is bubbling after the peas have been cooking for a few minutes. So we're just going to add about a half cup. That's about it. Nothing too much. You just want to get the cream. You just want to get it. So, you just want to get it so that it turns that nice orangish pinky color. And yeah, so this is pretty much it right here. And what you're gonna do is just let this. You're just gonna let this cook until it comes up to a boil again or a bubble again. And then you're just gonna shut it off and wait for the pasta. And then this could honestly be a one-pot dish if you have enough room for the pasta, but this pan probably won't fit everything, so we're just gonna put it in a macaroni bowl over there. So as you can see, the pasta is now bubbling, so I'm just gonna shut that off, or the sauce. I'm sorry, the sauce is, and pretty much the pasta is all set. So you want to take that out or no?
Yeah, I do.
Because then what we're gonna do is add the other pasta in, but we'll just eat as is. And yeah, my dad's got a nice spider here. I believe that's what they're called. But yeah, these if you can find them, these stuffed rigatonis are really, really cool and really, really fun and delicious. If you can consider a pasta fun. So now we've strained the pasta. We're only gonna put in a little bit right now. Once the other stuff is done, but we'll show you. It's gonna be good, delicious. And yeah, this is kind of a rich meal. It's a little rich because of the pasta, really. But other than that, it is good, and it's got a lot of interesting flavors to it. And like I said, you can use any stuffed pasta. You don't have to use these rigatonis. You could use you know, raviolis, cavadellis, tortellini. Well, no, maybe not tortellini. Gnocchi, maybe even. So yeah, there we go. This has been Pete's Pasta. So what we're gonna do is plate it and eat it. All right, so here is Pete's Pasta. It's got the rigatoni.
If you want to, you can sprinkle a little cheese on top. Grill it.
I'm not gonna eat it just because it would be biased for me to taste it. So we're gonna open up that rigatoni.
And this,
yeah. See how it's stuffed with cheese? Just like a ravioli. All right. Take a bite. Take some chicken. Tell me what you think. Peas.
this is very good.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah. It's good stuff. So I hope you've enjoyed this recipe. We will be coming back with more episodes. But until then, maybe you want to pick up our cookbook, Chai Fame Mangia. You hungry? Eat. It's a recipes from an Italian family. That's our cookbook. Check it out on the bottom. I'll have a link to purchase it if you're interested in. But I have been Pete, or Kenshin1913, and I would like to thank my dad for helping me with my recipe. And you've been...
Buon appetito.
Bye.
Bye.